going on, guys? Camster here, also known as Cameron, and welcome to another movie review. This time it is for Barbie. Now, Barbie, I was actually really excited about this because not only was it, a part of the whole Barbenheimer, whole meme thing that was going around. See, look, I got a Barbenheimer shirt. Yeah, that's how much I was into the meme and to the, the whole the culture, I guess you could say. So I was very excited about this, and I was excited for Oppenheimer too. But coming into this, I had a little bit of high expectations because the trailers looked good, and you have great cast and a great director and Greta Gerwig. So I was hoping and praying that that I would have some fun with this. Now, did I have fun with it? I think this movie is really funny. It's really funny and it's good. But do I love it? No. I like it a lot. Okay, don't get it twisted. I like it a lot. But the movie isn't, the best. Okay, it's not one of those movies that you're gonna say, oh, that is top tier cinema. Let me just go ahead and start this review off by saying that this movie is not going to be for everyone. This movie is going to be mostly about women and little girls growing up in a world where women empowerment is very much a thing. This movie is a lot about it's about women empowerment, and it's about driving yourself to be as good as the men in our world. And as a man myself, I didn't understand the sort of things, the sort of topics that they got into when it came to women empowerment. And so I can't say how much I liked about it, how much I didn't like about it, but what I can say is that I understood it. And that's all you want from somebody like me who is, has the male chromosome and comes out as a straight man. I can just say full out that I understand the message. That's all I can say about that. But the message itself is a very good message. It's very heartfelt and it's very well delivered. The movie is also really quirky. Like, if you're expecting a movie that just doesn't take itself so seriously, that's what you're going to get with this. It's not a serious film at all. There's a lot of satire, and it's kind of satire overload a little bit. But if you're into that stuff and you dig it, come watch this. The movie is funny, and there is a lot of good moments in this film that made me laugh really hard. And there's one moment with Ken and Barbie towards the end. He says this one-liner, and he says it with such finesse, and it is wonderful. And about Ken and Barbie, I think Margot Robbie and Ryan Gosling are on the top of their game. They are fantastic in this. And I saw a lot of Oscar talk about, Ryan Gosling as Ken, saying, oh, he deserves an Oscar. He deserves all these awards. And I was like, he can't have been that good, could he? He was fucking phenomenal. Ryan Gosling as Ken, he provided the Kenergy. I felt it through the screen. That's how good he was. And Margot Robbie, Margot Robbie, we always knew how good Margot Robbie is. She's good in almost everything she's in. I can't really think of a bad movie that Margot Robbie has been a part of. She's just a phenomenal actress, and she really does a good job portraying the stereotypical Barbie and, going from the Barbie Land or Barbie world to the real world. It was just fantastic. Both of them did a really good job, and the rest of the cast did a good job too. Kate McKinnon as Weird Barbie was a star. You have Simu Liu as one of the other Kens, and then you have Alan. You have Michael Cera. He was great in this. The lonely Ken, or so-called Ken, that's a part of this whole universe. He was awkward and hilarious, and I loved him. And Kingsley Ben-Adir, he's, been popping up on the radar recently because he's, Bob Marley. He's in Secret Invasion. So he's really, putting himself out there, especially with this film. He did a great job. The entire cast was just really funny, and there was a lot of jokes that landed. The set designs were fantastic. Like, the things they would use, like the toys that you would see, like, imagine the toys that you would play with as a little girl or as a boy, not judging. And imagine them, but bigger. and just like they really brought the toys to life, and they really brought the mannerisms of these Barbies to life. Like the Barbies in this movie, like they're drinking like empty glasses, like they're like ooh, and like there was even a joke where, you know, Barbie's handed a glass of mineral water and she starts to drink it, and she's like, oh, I was not expecting water in there, and water is dripping down her face. It's just fantastic. And towards the end, where, you know, the whole message comes to fruition and it finally sticks the landing, with Barbie and Ruth. You'll find out who Ruth is later. I mean, if you know the history about Barbie, you know who Ruth is, but Ruth is in the movie, and she talks to Barbie, and that whole conversation between the two, just fantastic. And it was really heartfelt, and it was punctual. It was delivered well. Both actors, Margot Robbie and the other actress, I don't know her name, but they did a great job. And I can't give enough, you know, kudos to the cast. With what they were given, they really landed well. Now, what can I say bad about this movie? I think the message, while I agree with the message, I feel like it's pushed in your face a little bit. Like, hey, do you know the message of this movie? Are you sure you know the message of this movie? Well, in case you didn't know, let me go ahead and tell you the message again. Oh, did you forget 5 minutes later? Hey, here's the message of this film. Here, let me give it to you on a silver platter. Oh, you didn't see it on that silver platter? Well, let me send you an email. Oh, you didn't get the email? Let me just send you an actual letter. Oh, you didn't get the letter? Oh, let me go ahead and show up at your house and tell you it. Like, that type deal. Like I get it. While me as a man, you know, I guess it can go both ways, because if you're a female and this is a message that, you know, really needs to be delivered and put out to the public, you don't see it as something that's overproduced and, you know, pushed down your throats. But as a man who doesn't know, you know, how it feels like to be a woman in today's society, I felt like the message was, you know, perceived a little bit too much. But again, it just depends on gender and who is watching the movie. Like, I agree with the message. But me as a man, I think it was delivered too much. And also, some of the comedy didn't land. I think they made like a Zack Snyder joke, and I was like, what? Like, I get it, it's funny, you're making fun of the Snyder fans out there and everything, but it didn't land for me. But that's gonna make a lot of people angry on Twitter. Like, the Snyder fans on Twitter, the toxic Snyder fans, yeah, they're gonna hate that joke. But all in all, I enjoyed the movie. Some of those negatives that I mentioned were, you know, dragged the movie down a little bit for me. So for the rating, if you were like a hardcore toxic masculinity Andrew Tate follower, you're not gonna love this movie. You're gonna go on Twitter and be like, oh, this movie sucks. No. You're gonna be one of those guys. But if you're just like a person who wants to go to the theater and just like watch a bunch of Barbies act like Barbies and, you know, just laugh out loud and just have a good time, you probably go watch this. And if you're a woman who, you know, is like, who wants to put across this message, go see this. It's a 7 out of 10, and a 7 out of 10 is not bad. Okay, it's still a good score. I suggest you go watch it. Not the Andrew Tate followers. Don't go watch this film. Okay, I'm barring you from ringside. Okay, don't go watch this. But if you just want to go to the theater and just, you know, get out of the house and go watch something, go watch this. It's a lot of fun, and I had a lot of fun with it. So yeah. 7 out of 10, I think, is a good rating for it. But yeah, that's going to do it for my review of Barbie. Thank you so much for checking out the review. Like and subscribe, as always. And also, a little thing that I want to point out, go check out my Letterboxd, please. Most movies that I won't review in the future, I will write reviews on Letterboxd. And if you want to see my, you know, thoughts on certain movies that you're like, why did Cameron not, you know, review this movie? It's probably going to be on my Letterboxd, so please go check it out. That's, yeah, publicity for my Letterboxd, so please go check that out. Like and subscribe, and if you haven't liked and subscribed, what the hell are you doing? Like and subscribe, damn it. And I'll see you guys in the next movie review. Bye, y'all.